Here about to winterize my RPOD 153. It's so hard to winterize it because we're in the middle of November and it is still 70 degrees. So, but it is time and Phil is gonna help me. So first thing you are gonna wanna do is make sure everything is empty. So I'm gonna go under here and empty my freshwater tank, and then just make sure that my black water tank and my gray water tank are both empty. They should be, because last time I went camping I made sure to empty everything, but I think I do still have a little fresh water in my tank. So I am going to go underneath here, and right where that white thing is right there, the plug, I'm gonna unplug that and release all the water. So there shouldn't be too much fresh water in my tank, as I used most of it last time I was camping, because at the campgrounds already all of the water is shut off except when you go to do your tanks. So I just had a little bit of fresh water in there just to make it through the few days that I was there this last time. So it'll take just a few minutes for that to completely drain, and I'll leave the cap off while we do everything else until I need to put it back on, just to make sure it's fully drained. So once it gets cold, it doesn't freeze in there and crack the freshwater tank. So there was just a little bit of water in there, all clean water. I pulled my black tank and my gray to make sure that drains. I'm just gonna let it drain. It's barely dribbling, and same over here. My fresh water's almost done being emptied, so I'll just give it a few more minutes here. The next step you're going to want to do is turn on your water pump and come in and turn on all your faucets to make sure everything is drained, that there's nothing left. Actually, I'm going to wait just a minute because my fresh water is still draining, so I don't want to pull that water back up through the system. So I'm going to give it just a few minutes because a lot of water did come out right away, so I'm going to give it another few minutes. So now I'm making sure everything is emptied. I'm filling up this little bucket here, turned on the water pump, and just draining out all the faucets. So next step, now that I ran both the bathroom sink and the kitchen sink, ran all the water out of the lines from the freshwater tank, now I am going to open the two low point drains outside, and it says right here low point drain. I'm going to open both of those up, and then we should be good. Let's see. Okay, so just very little water came out of either of them, so that's good. Now we're going to do the hot water heater. Phil is going to do this part here. Okay, so once you get the rod out, which Phil is going to take out right now, water is probably going to squirt. Let's see. So now that's out. So since we drained everything out of everywhere there, I guess there is no water in the hot water heater. You're gonna put the anode rod back in. Last year we had to replace the anode rod, so this is the new one, but it still gets like film buildup on it. So Phil's cleaning it off and cleaning off the inside of the hot water area. The hardest part is trying to get the anode rod back in. So this might take a minute. Then make sure you tighten it. Just to be extra sure, I'm coming back in. I'm gonna turn on my hot water, or not my hot water, my water pump, and just make sure that nothing is in the drains. That's on, so nothing there in the sink. Let's see here. Nothing there. Nothing there. And you check the kitchen?
No.
And then I'll check this one. But I doubt there's anything. So there, it's absolutely empty, which is great. Now I'm gonna close the low point drains, which is just a quick little switch here. So now those are both closed, the low point drain. Then I'm also gonna come over and put my cap back on my freshwater tank. So gonna do that. Now we're going to turn the knob to the hot water and the cold water so it will bypass the, hot water heater. So you do both of those and then you're good there. Actually, I'm coming back out to my low point drains and I am gonna open those because once we pull the antifreeze through the drains or through the system, we do want those open. So I came back out and now I am opening the low point drains and we're gonna start doing the antifreeze. Always make sure you get the correct antifreeze. This one is the RV antifreeze, the pink one. Make sure it is for RVs. So you're gonna wanna open, obviously, the antifreeze. Then you're gonna get that tube there. And you're gonna turn that other knob and place the tube in the antifreeze.
And now turn the pump on.
And now turn the pump on. So I'm gonna come over here, turn on the water pump.
And now go outside and see if, tell me when water's coming out.
Okay, so now it's pulling through there and I'm gonna come out and see when it is pulling through the low point drains, which it is already doing so. So it was pulling the antifreeze through the drains and then you come back in and turn off the water pump. And do the faucets. Oh. Let's see, it'll start pulling the antifreeze through. It's just taking a minute, I could hear it. Okay, now I'm gonna come back and turn off these low point drains so they're not open. I'm gonna close them. So when we run the antifreeze through, it will stay in the system. So there we go. One bottle, we have another bottle now. Also gonna come and shut both of my drains for my black tank and my gray tank. I'll come back out and put that on, but once I get gloves on, because that's gross. Just did a second bottle. I'm gonna come back, turn on the water pump, give it a second. I could hear it now, and I'm gonna come over to my drains and see, make sure that, yep, it's pulling through there. It's pulling through on both of those. That's great. I'm gonna check here.
Did you turn off the pump?
No, it's on. And then make sure everywhere is pulling through the pink stuff.
Okay, yeah, the sink is pink.
And then he just confirmed that the sink is pink as well. Yeah, so we're good.
We just need a little bit. All right.
Then don't forget to turn off the pump. So we're all winterized. It's pulling pink through every drain, which is good. I'm gonna pour some antifreeze down the toilet. I think we're about all done and ready for, I'm just gonna drain that real quick, and ready for winter camping. And then I'm just gonna come out and double check everything. Yep, all my drains are closed, my low point's good. This is all good, and then we're just gonna clean everything up, put everything away, and we're all done. That's how you winterize your RV, or that's how I winterize my RPOD by Forest River. It's an RPOD 153. Boom. One last thing, I always make sure your gas is turned off, as well as this, it's the battery switch right here. Make sure that is off as well. And then just make sure everything's locked up, and if you cover your camper, put your cover on and do whatever else you need to do. For me, that's the last step, and we're good to go. I'm excited to do some dry camping, and thanks for watching. Peace out.